So we will inquire tonight about this conversation that goes on in a doctor's office. And I would like to request of you that you participate with your question, because it's not that I'm here knowing something that you don't know. I'm here to find out with you. There's no question that I must acknowledge that we are in a situation of breakdown between physician and client. Medicine is not like it used to be 20, 25, 30 years ago. We have a very high technological level. We are the best country on the planet as far as technology. But if you look at life expectancy and longevity, we're not the first or second or third or fourth or fifth or seventh or eighth. We are 13th, according to the National Institute of Health. People in countries like Bulgaria live longer. And they don't spend all the billions of dollars that we do spend. So personally, I've taken my stand in giving information and becoming a coach, an educator, besides also making available whatever validity we have in the traditional medical practice. My patients still use all medication, they do still have surgeries, but they are offered an environment of inquiry. So what is it that we spend billions and billions of dollars in the technological aspect, and we spend very, very little in the prevention aspect? You probably know we spend $365 billion in here for health care in this country. Do you know how much we spend in prevention? Less than 1%. So, given the situation of breakdown that there is today, you probably are aware that malpractice insurance is going up. And there is a breakdown in trust between physicians and clients. There is some resentment. There is some resentment, some despair about how the quality of relationship between physicians and clients is today. So I'd like tonight to engage you in a conversation of communication. What is that? How do we have to be such that our communication with our physician is one of trust, of responsibility, a communication that makes a difference? So you're all invited tonight to spend this hour together with me in an atmosphere of making a difference. As you know, a conversation has a speaker and a listener, so I will welcome your question in a little while. I thought a few days ago, what am I going to talk about? I'm a cardiologist. I deal with heart diseases. And here we talk about talking. Looking at you and your vitality and zest here when I got into the room, you seem to be masters in this area, so maybe you can teach me something. But I'd like to propose some sort of a question, some sort of questions tonight. And what I'd like to address are something that I call superstition about communications, particularly in the setting of an interaction between a physician and a client in a doctor's office. One of the superstitions which I like, and I would like you to consider and to put to rest tonight, is that when we, and for a moment I'm pretending that I'm a client myself walking in a doctor's office. When we walk in the doctor's office, we bring a certain listening with us. We bring a certain internal conversation with us. And this internal conversation is, he's got the answers, or she's got the answers. I don't know what's going on, but he's got the answer. So this is already a superstition that we bring when we go to a doctor's office. Listening, an internal conversation about which we're not aware, that we take with us when we go to a doctor's office. They've got the answer. Well, in a climate of authenticity tonight, I would like to tell you that we don't have the answers. We really don't. We have very powerful tools for detections, for diagnosing. But the truth of the matter is, we do not have the answers. We don't know why people have high blood pressure, and we don't know why people have cancer, and we don't know why people develop degenerative diseases like arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. We can take pictures, we can dose certain elements in the bloodstream, we can make very precise diagnosis, but we don't know why arteriosclerosis in a person may develop at the age of 40 and in a person may develop at the age of 90. We don't know why certain people develop cancer. And we're responsible, we physicians are responsible to kind of train people to think that we do know. And you see, this kind of like, it's one of the superstitions that I'd like to put to rest tonight in the context of empowering our interactions when we meet in the office. One of the listening that you bring with you is got the answer. And that's not true. We don't have the answer. See, if you start looking at us this way, you can have a partner in your health. You can request a coach in your well-being, but you're not talking to God anymore. See? Because we're not gods. We have a certain amount of technology available, but really, bottom line, we don't know. We have a very interesting word that we use for high blood pressure. It's called essential. You know that 98% of hypertension are called essential hypertension. Now, what does essential mean? Essential is a very elegant term to say, I don't know high blood pressure. That's what essential means. It's one of the most commonly used diagnoses for high blood pressure.